All right. The Bay Harbor Butcher case is now a Miami Metro case. And it is shaping up to be the biggest one in our history. We're now at 14 confirmed. The FBI has sent over their top man, Special Agent Frank Lundy, to help solve this crime. Now, Agent Lundy.
Hello, everyone. There is no such thing as the perfect crime. Not in my experience, anyway. With your help, and with the mistakes this person has made and will eventually make, we'll find whoever did this awful thing. I need everyone in every department up to speed on what we're doing while I review your files and put our task force together. So let's get a jump start on the Bay Harbor Butcher, a moniker which, by the way, repulses me.
Well, we have something in common.
Could someone get the lights? First report from the field had these parts as coming from one body.
Actually, it's two.
Actually, it's two.
Uh-oh.
There's been speculation that this human harvest might be connected to a case you've recently solved. But there are several inconsistencies between the two sets of body parts. Gender, exsanguination, specific methods of dissection.
Not to mention my guys deserved it.
The evidence just isn't there to piggyback this onto the ice truck killer. We're looking for a different suspect. All information is to be disseminated.
Miss me, brother?
All agency protocols will follow. Putting it plainly,
I can't afford to lose it like this. Not with Special Agent Rockstar on my case.
do not discuss this case.
I need to clear the decks. And my head. Sergeant Doakes thinks he knows my secrets, but he only needs to look at this, my body of work, to know the real me.
Suit up if you're gonna touch him.
Oh. No, I'm just dropping off some x-rays. I'm Dexter Morgan.
I know who you are.
Right. Looks like the lab tech's gone home for the night, so I'll just... You hoping they'll talk to you?
The ones with heads, anyway. They always speak, eventually. Just gotta ask the right question.
Which is?
Why were they chosen?
You looking for a pattern?
One doesn't kill this many people in this careful, methodical way without a reason. Some twisted set of principles.
They would have to be twisted, wouldn't they?
The worst killers in history are usually the ones who think the murders were somehow just, even deserved. Leaders have slaughtered whole populations for the same warped reason.
But there's never any justification for killing.
No. Well, one, of course. To save an innocent life.
To save an innocent life? How many more bodies would there be had I not stopped those killers? I didn't do it to save lives, but save lives I did. Motivation aside, I think Harry and Lundy would agree on this one. In our most paranoid moments, we fear that everyone is talking about us. That's become my reality. I can't hear what they're saying, but I know it's not nice.
All right, let's get started. We have positive IDs on all 18 of our complete bodies. 13 of those have felony records.
Organized crime.
Nope. No connection to organized crime, no mutual gang affiliation either. But all 13 were either tried for murder or at least suspected of murder.
Still, you have your pattern.
Yes, we just don't know what it means.
I think we go out with this news immediately.
What news is that?
The news that our serial killer is only killing the dregs of society. That good, moral people have nothing to fear.
But, Captain, that's all...
This is the only lead we have. We need to keep it tightly wrapped.
Last night, an elderly man shot his son when he came home late. Thought it was the Bay Harbor butcher. We've got a city in chaos here, Frank.
I understand you're wanting to reassure the people.
Good. Then we're in agreement.
Dex, I got this huge break in the Bay Harbor case.
Bullshit. I mean, really?
Guys, we're not going to...
I refuse to believe that Vince Masuka is the man who single-handedly brings me down.
So what's this big break in the Bay Harbor butcher case I keep hearing about?
Algae.
Algae?
Yeah. Masuka found microscopic algae inside the garbage bags with the bodies.
Algae under the sea. Imagine that. How does that help?
Because there are over 100,000 species, all different. Masuka thinks he can use them to pinpoint which harbor the killer keeps his boat.
Oh.
He's got some marine biologists coming down to take a look. Can you imagine something so little being the thing that breaks this case?
So, any new leads on the real guy?
Not yet. We're hoping the cameras will turn something up.
Cameras?
In the marinas. Put them in a couple of days ago to monitor for suspicious activities. Good news for all those cops who keep boats at Coral Cove. You've got one too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been needing a security upgrade for a long time now.
Has Lundy seen me on the tape? Is that why he invited me along today? To mess with me?
The media frenzy about the Bay Harbor butcher has come back to bite us. Big surprise. Now we've got a wannabe vigilante out there who liked the butcher's style and thought, hey, I should try this at home. He attacked this man, John Henry, ex-convict, preyed on the elderly. It gets better. I have already received reports of ads on Craigslist and coffee shop bulletin boards requesting the services of the butcher. People think they found their own personal Batman. This is not good news. This kind of thing catches on, we're looking at an epidemic.
Kind of like herpes.
Fucking hey, Masuka, I'm trying to listen.
1 in 4, Morgan. 1 in 4.
Vigilante justice is domestic terrorism. And terrorism prevention is the FBI's top priority. I have done my best to be diplomatic, but if we lose one life to a vigilante, I will pull this case from Miami Metro and hand it over in full to the Bureau. That's a promise.
That's a disaster. It'd be raining feds in Miami. I need an idea, a sign, anything. What would the old Dexter do? Definitely not that. No security cameras. Apparently the new Dexter is stuck in high school. Maybe I am a late bloomer.
A fire drill? Are you kidding? We have work to do.
That's probably one of those kids in the bullpen. Something I would have done.
All clear, everybody out! Respect the vest.
Don't make me take out my hose.
Like it never happened.
Anyone in there, make yourself known!
Arm.
Leg.
Head. Olson. Gift wrap.
It would seem the butcher is watching us, tracking the investigation.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be too hard to do. But why'd he leave the victim's body for us? That's a first.
Probably didn't take too kindly to the idea of Olson imitating him. It's a pretty good way to discourage others, don't you think?
Well, I hate to say it, but he probably did us a favor. When you take the law into your own hands, the Bay Harbor boogeyman's gonna get you.
This is the first time we've set foot in a place where the Bay Harbor butcher's actually been. Let's get busy.
Big news, Dex.
Whoa, I feel like I got caught in a wave.
The Miami Tribune received a 32-page manifesto in the mail. It's looking good for the Bay Harbor butcher.
I've heard that one before.
Now, this may be legit. The manifesto includes the names of 3 victims we never released to the press.
Oh, that is big news.
I'm heading over to the Tribune now. The Special Agent Lundy, he put me in charge of the team.
Go Angel.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Yeah, me too. I'm about to be published. I sent that manifesto to the Tribune. Guess I've been taking some cues from Lila lately, and not just in bed. I'm tired of reacting to the moves of Agent Lundy and his super posse. Time to control their actions for a change.
According to the psycholinguistic analysis of the manifesto, our killer is a white male in his 50s. What else? The killer has no girlfriends and considers himself a good Catholic.
Hold on. How can you tell all that by putting words in a computer?
I don't know, dude. It's science.
How about common sense? I think the guy that we're looking for is pissed off at God, and that's why he kills people.
Really? I actually found him very politically motivated.
Yeah, like a modern-day revolutionary.
Which would suggest that he's killing for social change.
He operates on fanatical...
That's transforming this guy.
He operates on fanatical...
Nothing like more than that. Crawl right back into...
This
is what he
This
wants.
guy into a killer.
What's that?
Confusion. Chaos. It's what the killer wants. He's always been an intensely private figure, dispatching victims silently. Now he's suddenly a media whore? It doesn't make sense.
He's creating a clusterfuck.
Very good, Officer Morgan. The killer's making us chase our tails. You know what that means? He knows how we work. Look how he hits every major theme: political, environmental, religious. In one section, he manages to weave together Julius Caesar, Berlin, Germany, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Gandhi. It's scattershot. He knew that this would send us scurrying like squirrels for nuts.
Yeah, but to suggest that he might be one of us, how can you be sure?
You'll notice we have some new faces here. Please make them feel welcome. Our immediate task is to re-examine every criminal case involving our 18 victims.
Where would you like us to start?
By answering every question as honestly and with as much detail as you can.
Excuse me, sir. Answering questions?
That is correct. I can hardly expect you to investigate your own cases.
What are you saying? Are we under investigation?
We are now operating under the assumption that our killer is somehow connected to law enforcement, whether he be a file clerk, a dispatch officer, park ranger.
Or a police officer?
Or a police officer. You worked firsthand on what? 4 of the cases related to the Bay Harbor investigation?
I believe so.
Your reports were a real pleasure to read.
Oh?
Concise, meticulous. I appreciate that.
Good, thank you.
So, the Rodrigo case. Let's talk about that one.
Okay.
Kind of blew it, didn't you?
Sorry?
Anthony Rodrigo, crack dealer with an apparent habit of killing people who got in his way. I believe this was, yes, Doakes and Batista's case. They finally tied Rodrigo to one of his victims, built a solid manslaughter case. Would have got him off the street for a few years. But the case largely rested on the blood work that you did. Blood work that in the course of the trial was proven to be, well, wrong.
You know how it is. The defense attorneys bring in their so-called blood experts to counter everything I say.
I'm familiar with the process.
And I understand how this may look like sloppy blood work to the layman. That's what Rodrigo's defense convinced the jury of. But as you can see, the low-velocity blood drops clearly point in a direction opposite to that in which we know Rodrigo to have fled, which makes it impossible.
Except those low-velocity drops were revealed to actually be 90-degree passive drops that were given tails due to the angle of the floor.
Perhaps, but if you then examine the blood trail...
Which we know isn't a blood trail, but projected blood. You're not winning me over here, Morgan.
The truth?
By all means.
I was overworked. I was carrying half a dozen cases at once. It was a heat wave. It means a spike in homicides. This one got pushed aside. I didn't write up my summary until an hour before the trial. I obviously overlooked a few things.
A murderer walked free because you were overworked.
Yes.
Holy shit, here it is. The vehicle was registered to Charlie Lewis.
I know that name. A drug dealer out of New York. A tough guy. Likes to carry a big-ass knife.
That's our guy. That's the Bay Harbor Butcher.
I told you he wasn't a cop.
What? Shit.
Where is he?
According to this South Bay Correctional Facility.
What? For how long?
Oh, shit. Charlie Lewis was arrested April 12th, 2002. That's 4 days before Rodrigo was seen being carried into the car.
No, who had his car? One of his gang?
This is where it gets really bad. The vehicle was seized as evidence.
By who?
By our department.
Where was the vehicle held?
Right here in our evidence lot behind a secure gate. Someone signed the vehicle out, picked Rodrigo up, killed him, and then signed the vehicle back in.
So you have records?
Why would we keep them? The only people allowed access to those vehicles are members of the Miami Metro Police Department. Holy shit.
Bay Harbor Butcher is one of our own.
We keep this to ourselves for now. Just the three of us.
And I'm gonna go tell it to a bottle of scotch.
I'm sure that you heard we have a suspect in the Bay Harbor Butcher case. Put him on. We now have the evidence to back it up. We need answers. Now.
Open it. Explain it to us.
Trophies.
That's what I thought.
What happens now?
I know this will come as a shock to you, Morgan, but our primary suspect is someone you know well. Sergeant James Doakes.
Sergeant Doakes?
He was the lead case investigator on 4 of the Butcher victims, which put him on my radar. We looked into his background. Turns out his father was a butcher and abusive. Doakes was also a trained assassin in special forces. That, along with his on-the-job shootings and excessive force citations.
He fits the profile.
Yes. He has a need to dole out personal justice. Yesterday, Doakes walked out of an interview and disappeared. This morning, we were alerted that he boarded a plane out of the country. That enabled me to get warrants on his apartment and car.
He had the slides.
carefully hidden in the trunk of his car at the airport.
It all makes so much sense. Everyone else in the precinct was beyond shocked when I told them.
What exactly is Sergeant Doakes' problem with you, Morgan?
I kill people for one. But what was it Sergeant Doakes said about me?
I've always sensed there was something off about him. Like he's hiding in plain sight. I never concealed my doubts.
So he attacked you. Well, he might try it again. Particularly when he finds out that he's our prime suspect.
Yeah, that should piss him off.
We've tried to keep an eye on you from a distance.
The undercover cars?
Not undercover enough, obviously. I'm sorry for the abrupt pickup tonight, but from here on out, we'll want a protective detail on you at all times.
That could complicate my life.
Dexter, it will keep Doakes at bay.
Good point.
What happens now is we need you to analyze and match these slides immediately.
Me?
I'm keeping the forensics in-house. The public needs to see our strengths now. Their trust in us is about to take a major ass-fucking. Now, I'm making you first forensic tech in the chain of custody with these slides. I figure you have more motivation than most to see Doakes brought to justice, so I know you'll be thorough.
The left, okay. But that's the one, the three. Okay.
Lundy here.
Oh, Special Agent Lundy. It's Lieutenant LaGuerta. I'm calling you from Haiti. Thank you.
Lovely this time of year.
Look, I understand that I'm not your favorite person in the station right now, but I really need your help.
How so?
I just met with Leones, the travel agent that Doakes saw.
There's nothing new there. I had 2 agents question him for hours.
Yet he never told them about the blood slides.
What does he know about the blood slides?
Doakes was looking for a lab to have them analyzed.
Why?
I don't know why.
If he's our killer, he'd be keeping them for trophies. He'd have no reason to have them analyzed.
And I also have a list of special ops missions that Leones personally knows Doakes took part in. Now, 2 of them directly conflict with murders we know to have been committed by the Bay Harbor Butcher.
Well, I'm not sure Leonis is our most reliable witness.
No, but it's worth looking into, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay.
For starters, why don't you, brief me on both those missions? Give me all the details.
We got him.
Doakes?
Talked to a Park Service manager in the Everglades who remembers giving Sergeant Doakes directions 5 days ago.
So you have a tip, not Doakes.
The park manager said our target was headed into the Everglades 15 miles north of Sunday Bay. We will have the son of a bitch in handcuffs in 24 hours.
I'd like to urge strong caution in apprehending the suspect. I'm looking into new information that might come into play.
Yeah, I got your email about Leones. The man will say anything for $1.
I agree we have to be circumspect about this, which is exactly why I'd like some time.
Show a little guts, for Christ's sakes.
Why don't you show a little respect? You wouldn't be closing in on a suspect right now if it wasn't for the work of this man.
You know, as much as I enjoy hearing from the local talent, I'm really rather busy right now.
Well, I'm guessing you don't need me to fight your battles anymore.
Yeah, well, maybe you need me to fight yours.
Ooh, aren't you a tough one?
I'm just warming up.
We got a floater?
You got liftoff, separation, gaping areas of pulpified tissue, extensive 4th-degree burns, big ass fucking explosion.
What else can you give us?
These linear lines around his eyes are unburned. He was squinting, alive when it happened.
What else?
Teeth are intact. The dental record should give us a positive ID.
God damn it, Masuka, is it Doakes?
Male, African-American, about the right length torso, heavily muscled. I think it's him.
These are the same kind of tools that scuba dive class found.
He'd need them to make cuts that clean.
Those come from the suspect?
No, they belong to a second body. And whoever he was dead and dismembered before the explosion.
So this is where the butcher did his dirty work.
That's a perfect location for a kill room. Doesn't get any more remote than this.
No, it couldn't.
This is good news, gentlemen.
And lady.
Right. All right, we keep the search on until we get a firm ID on that body in the water.
You agree with them?
The evidence is compelling. Overwhelming, actually.
I guess we got our man. Oh, shit, LaGuardia's here.
Lieutenant, I wouldn't if I were you.
Is it James?
They don't know yet.
Apparently, miracles are subjective. I can't exactly feel LaGuardia's pain, but I can appreciate it. Doakes wasn't so bad in the end, but the truly tragic thing would be to let his sacrifice go to waste. There's only one way I can think of to honor him. I have to embrace my freedom.
Javier Garza is a low-life pimp. He's the one that connected our Jane Doe to Freebo.
Well, it looks like Freebo paid him back for that.
Well, I can't say for certain until I get this under the scope, but I'm guessing we're looking at something like an 8-inch blade, razor sharp, single-edged, same type of instrument used on our Jane Doe.
So Freebo killed Javier.
No, he didn't kill Javier.
One of the tree trimmers called it in, said he didn't see anything or anyone unusual.
It all points to Freebo.
Looks like he got a little hungry for flesh this time.
Yeah, what the hell's that about?
Do we think he's eating it? Well, there's a lot more cannibalism in this country than any of you realize.
Maybe the skin's like a trophy or something.
Or he just likes to hurt people. What do you think, Dex?
Well, they all sound like good theories to me.
Way to commit.
All right, so far we haven't found shit off Freebo, but now he's giving us a second chance, so let's not blow it. Quinn, Morgan, let's get a canvas going, 1 block perimeter. Start with the tree trimmers.
Why don't you take the tree trimmers? I'm gonna start over here.
Oh, gosh, I wonder why. Hey, did you come down here?
Sure. Hi, I'm Detective Joseph Quinn. There's nothing to worry about here. Did you guys see anything? How long have you been out here? You been out here a while?
What's your name?
George Washington King.
And you called this in?
Yes, I did.
You found the body?
No, Mario did.
Will you join us, please?
Okay.
Mario, did you notice anyone else?
Keep my eyes on my work.
Next on your list, Mr. King, Santiago Ramirez.
He no longer works for me. That didn't end so well.
Why?
He was run over.
Mario Astorga. Didn't I talk to him?
Yes, if you remember, he's the one who found the body of that man.
Right, second victim.
Mario's one of my best foremen.
So he's a good guy. What, he's not a good guy?
He has a temper. He gets very angry.
Keep going.
I knew his family back in Nicaragua. We're both from San Marcos. But Mario had to leave.
Why?
The police were looking for him. I heard he killed someone with a knife.
Do you know where I can find Mario?
I don't know where he lives, but tomorrow he'll be at Bayside Park.
You sure?
I make the schedule.
Nicaragua would be a rough place, huh? You in the military down there?
Death squads, Contras,
You would have been about the right age to get caught up in that. You learn a few things there, George?
I learned respect, sir.
No interrogation techniques? Maybe a little snatch and grab? What do they call that, renditioning?
Oh, I don't know that, ma'am.
Ma'am, sir. You did learn respect. Did you show any fucking respect to Wendell when you tore her skin off? How about Anton when you bashed him over the goddamn head?
Morgan, you want a coffee? Why don't you get a coffee?
Yeah. Sure. He looks harmless, doesn't he?
They usually do.
I don't know, maybe he's not our guy.
You should trust your instincts on this one.
Just one of your creepy insights.
Why does it always have to be creepy?
Fucking tell me.
He's held life and death in his hands. He likes it.
I knew it. So how do I crack this sick fuck's brain?
From what I've read about these sick fucks, they usually have some sort of code. I'd say disrespect is high on his list of violations. Maybe if you came at him with deference.
Deference, huh? Mr. King, I understand that respect is very important to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm sure you feel that people have to earn your respect.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like you've earned this. What's the matter, little gardener, huh? You feel disrespected? You'll get used to it in prison because your foreman Mario is next door and he is spilling his guts. You are so sure he's afraid of you. Why? What did you do to him? What did you do to Anton? What did you do?
Morgan!
Here we are, home sweet home. It's too bad Anton won't ever get to do that, thanks to you. What?
Los árboles.
Holy shit.
You told him I revealed things?
We didn't tell him shit. He knew you were in holding. He must have thought you caved.
I didn't tell anyone anything.
Look, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to get your family caught up in this, all right? We'll do everything we can to help you.
What can you do? Nothing.
You're right. We don't even know where this guy is. You gotta help me or I can't do anything to help you. Then that's it. I'm sorry.
¿Qué va a pasar? Wait! He has a building.
We went through all of his holdings. There's no record of him owning any building.
He rents it with cash. He and me go there big ones. He's trying to grow trees to sell.
Where?
On 164th under the highway. It's all I know. Mi familia.
Go inside, lock the door. I'll send a patrol car. Go.
Morgan, get out of the way!
Billy, it's me. It's okay. No. You're safe.
I need an ambulance at the 164 and the 94 ASAP. Get an APB out on George K.
You can't get away from me that easily.
Maybe we should call for backup.
See what we got first.
Someone took a jungle cruise at Magic Kingdom. Freaking Mother of Mary.
Door. Fuck, there he is. Go around, fuck.
Requesting all units to 931 Harbor Drive. Jesus, Quinn, are you okay? Officer down, 931 Harbor Drive, requesting an ambulance. Also air surveillance of R20.
You are lying. You do know where he is.
Miguel Prado tell you that? He wanted me dead, so he used you. He played on your obsession. It probably wasn't too hard. You're a little single-minded.
Let's hope you're this talkative once I get my tools.
A wolf would chew off its own paw. Its survival instinct is that fierce. So is mine.
King's Stroke, 11 o'clock.
No way I can stop in time, ma'am. He fucking came out of nowhere. Jesus, officer. He scraped his fucking skin off.
Yeah, well, what goes around comes around. And it's detective.
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. Here. No, don't stop. No.
She saw everything. She saw me.
So, what else? Details would help.
Besides the ones that we've already taken care of, there was Watch Guy.
Watch Guy?
I would be tied to a chair, blindfolded. Sometimes I didn't even know if he was there until I'd hear this watch by my ear. And then he'd lean in and whisper, tick, tick, tick. That's the sound of your life running out.
We got her, and her, and her, and her, and her.
The girls in the barrels, how could this be? Someone tried to move them.
Where's the driver?
That's what we're trying to figure out. He took off. Go do your thing.
Should have frickin' fucked me with it. You're never gonna guess who this truck is registered to. Jordan Chase.
Jordan Chase.
Hi.
Holy shit, that's him.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Chase. Oh, Mr. Chase. Oh,
Stand
hi. I took one of your seminars at the beach club a while back.
Sure. In Palmetto Bay.
You remember?
Of course I do. You have to excuse Cole here. He keeps the crazies away.
Why don't you let me get a picture of you two?
Oh, yeah. Excellent. Okay.
All right. Smile. One more. Got it.
Jordan Chase.
Dexter Morgan.
Nice to meet you.
Wow, nice watch.
Oh, my dad gave it to me when I was a teenager. It's water resistant to 100 meters. I have no idea why I would ever need that, but it sure looks nice.
If that's the watch that Lumen heard, I'll make sure it accompanies you to the bottom of the Atlantic.
Mr. Chase.
You must be the person in charge around here.
I took a few hairs from the headrest of the truck as well. If someone else was driving, he'd have left some evidence behind.
And?
Well, Cole's hair matches the hair on the jacket and the headrest.
Fingerprints?
They're all Cole's, even on the ignition key.
I think he's just become the focus of our investigation.
And Jordan?
His alibi holds up. He was in Jacksonville. So for now, we got our eyes on Cole.
What's going on with the case?
Do you know this man?
Oh my God. That's him. That's the guy who folded his jacket. How did you find him?
He found us. His name's Cole Harmon. He's Jordan Chase's head of security. What about him?
No, I mean, that guy's clearly a freak, but I don't know him.
No, not the bald guy, the guy beside him. Jordan Chase.
Oh. No, I don't know him either.
You sure?
I told you I didn't see most of their faces. Who is he?
He's some sort of motivational speaker.
I think I know why you're here.
You do?
You're searching for a way to cope with your loss. I know your history, Dexter. I thought I recognized you when we met at the station, but it hit me later on. Your wife was murdered.
Yes.
They any closer to catching Trinity?
Not that I'm aware of.
I followed that case very closely, yes. Trinity, a religious man, family, good life, yet he was working through such rage, harboring so many secrets. I have to be honest, he fascinated me on a deep level.
What else do Jordan and I have in common?
I certainly don't mean to imply any sympathy for him. He's a monster, no question. I can imagine your frustration, knowing he's out there, unpunished.
It hasn't been easy.
No doubt. And now you're a single father, which has its own set of challenges.
Why did you want to see me?
I've developed a theory on how the primal self deals with tragedy. I have to prepare for the next session, but I am very interested in what happened to you. I would like to discuss your situation in depth at another time, if you're open to that.
Okay.
For the last 2 days, you've heard me talking about getting in touch with your primal self. But how does the primal self deal with loss?
Cole's starting his rounds. He'll reach the service elevator in 5 minutes. In 3 minutes, so will I.
There's someone in this room who is dealing with that very question. Dexter Morgan. Come and join me on stage, Dexter. I know you weren't expecting this, but it's important. Please.
So much for slipping out quietly.
Dexter. They want you, Dexter. 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 Dexter.
Dexter works with Miami Metro Homicide. Recently, he lost his wife. She was murdered by the Trinity Killer. The very person that Dexter's department was hunting. You were the one to find her, your wife, Rita?
Yes.
Most people wait until the seminar is over before checking out.
I lose my nanny in an hour. I gotta get back to my son. Is everything okay?
It's nothing important, just a little security glitch.
Like your chief of security's head is in my luggage?
I want to thank you for coming on stage.
Didn't seem like I had any choice.
I know it was sudden and you probably didn't appreciate it, but you'll look back on it, you'll realize it was worth it. Don't forget what happened here this weekend, Dexter.
I won't.
Act on what you've learned. Don't let it slip away. It's what I tell my clients. Tick, tick, tick. That's the sound of your life running out.
My primal instincts were right. Jordan's one of them.
Take it, Dexter.
Oh, I will.
I gotta tell you, I still feel like you're not being completely honest with me.
Really? About what?
About what you really want.
What I really want. Just a drop. A 30-gauge needle should slide right in undetected. He won't even notice it's missing.
What do you mean?
What you want out of life. Whatever it is, you have to tell me so that I can help you construct a plan to get there.
I have a plan to get there. Lumen and I follow this blood trail. We take you out.
Believe it or not, you're helping me already.
I hope so. I really do. Each of us, deep down, we know what we really want. It's just a matter of actually doing it.
Oh, I gotta get back to work. New evidence to process. But, thanks again for everything.
So when's our next appointment?
I'll check with the receptionist.
So, did you get back an idea on your homicide victim?
No.
Then what's that?
She's not a victim. She's alive, boozing it up in Coral Gables, 2 DUIs in 3 years.
I guess I messed up.
If she's not a victim, then who is she?
No worries. When you mess up, it makes me feel better about me.
Dexter?
No, it's Jordan Chase. But I'm looking for Dexter. Is he there?
He's not available right now.
Tell him I'm just checking in and I'd like him to schedule another appointment as soon as possible.
Okay, I will.
Tell him time is of the essence. Tick, tick, tick. That's the sound of his life running out. Could you be sure to tell him that?
That's Jordan Chase?
When he was Eugene Greer, I felt sorry for him. Became his friend, you know? We would take these walks, and one day We were walking and I blacked out. He must have drugged me or something.
They drugged me, too.
I woke up in a cabin. My clothes were off, and I was tied to a bunk. Eugene started in with...
So he attacked you?
No, Eugene never touched me. But he got those guys going. He talked them into it. Told them to seize their desires. And they did. And I was watching Gene's face. The look that came over his face. It was just a flash. But it's the same look he has all the time now.
You told her everything? About what happened at the camp?
I told her the truth. Like you said. Even though I didn't want to. Are you in trouble, Jordan?
The girl you talked to was making waves. But everything's fine now. Thanks to you.
Eugene Greer has arrived.
Oh, the parade's here.
4 bodyguards, that's it?
Detectives, I'd like you to meet my friend and attorney, Stuart Frank.
How do you do? You've requested a DNA sample from my client. I'd like to know why.
There was unidentified male DNA found on the Barrel Girl victims. We want to clear Mr. Chase as a suspect.
Why on earth is he even considered a suspect?
Because the DNA we have identified belongs to men directly connected to your client. Cole Harmon is your head of security. Boyd Fowler is a devoted fan. We found your books and tapes in his home.
That proves exactly nothing. 1 million people have connections with my client. I assume the 2 men you're talking about drive cars. Are you going to start interrogating automobile CEOs?
Detective Morgan, I've helped a lot of people over the years. Many of them were broken individuals, going through very difficult periods in their lives.
Is that what you call this? Someone who's going through a very difficult period in their life?
Have a seat.
I was hoping we'd have the chance to speak again.
You don't have anything to talk about.
Oh, I beg to differ. I think we have a lot to discuss. After all, you are a client.
Former. The program didn't work for me.
Regardless, when I see someone on a self-destructive path, I can't just stay silent. Often people get involved with someone who is toxic to them, unstable and dangerous. Bad things happen.
Open.
You're just now putting your life back together after a terrible tragedy. I implore you, don't invite another one. For yourself or for what's left of your family.
You know, I'm glad you didn't touch any of them.
Really? Why is that?
Because this DNA test will clear you and leave you all to me and to her. Your time is up. There you go. You're done.
Thank you, Dexter. I'm here for you. Don't forget that.
And soon I'll be there for you.
I appreciate it.
Hello?
Lumen, it's me, Emily.
What's wrong?
I got a call from Jordan Chase. He knows I talked to you.
What? How?
I don't know. You tell me.
I didn't talk to him.
What is going on? I'm scared. He scared me.
Emily, I have no idea what's going on.
I'm going to the police. I'll tell them everything.
No, don't do that.
Why? They'll protect me.
Emily, it'll just make things worse. We'll protect you.
How? Jordan is too powerful. He has people.
Emily.
You know what he did to us.
Just stay in your house. Wait for us. We'll be there as soon as we can. Please, just tell me that you'll wait for us.
Okay, I'll wait. But hurry. Please hurry.
Very nice.
Where's Dexter?
He's not here.
No. I need you both. You said you would protect me.
Emily, it's okay. Calm down.
You have to call him. Make him come. Now.
Okay. Okay, maybe I should just go get him.
Maybe not. What could he be doing that is so important that he would let you come here by yourself?
I don't know.
Yes, you keep saying that. You're surprisingly short of answers.
Maybe you should let me call him.
Yes, brilliant. Because you certainly wouldn't tip him off in any way.
I could try calling him.
Quiet, please.
Are you mad at me? I did exactly what you told me to do.
Please, shut up.
I'm just trying to...
Shut up!
It's not my fault.
Of course it's your fault! I find this profoundly distasteful. I've never had to do anything before. Now I have no choice. I can't leave any witnesses.
No, you said you wouldn't kill her. You
Lumen! Lumen! Is this the only kind of love I'll ever find? The kind that ends in blood? Emily was killed with 2 blows. Lumen was here. Multiple footprints in the blood. A scuffle. More blood. Not from Emily. Leading out. She was running. She's putting up a fight.
Hello, Dexter.
Whatever you're thinking of doing, it's not necessary. We can work something out.
Nice try.
What do you mean?
The unemotional approach. But it's not working for you. You're stressed. I can hear it in your voice. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
Yes.
It must be terrible going through this again. Losing your wife, the woman you loved. And now Lumen. I imagine it seems to you like some kind of terrible curse.
Think whatever you want, just listen to me. I'll turn myself over to you.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm afraid I must decline.
Then tell me what you want.
I have what I want. And the longer I stay on the phone, the better your chances of finding me. So this conversation's over.
Jordan?
Tick, 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 Dexter. That's the sound of Lumen's life running out.
So Lumen's still alive?
It was inevitable that this would happen. 2 broken people going through intense shared experience against a common enemy. Do it in my seminars all the time. Produces a sense of deep, deep bonding. I'm sure you feel like you actually have something, even love, doesn't it?
Let her go.
You lost your wife, Rita. You blamed yourself, sure. You thought what? That you could make up for that by helping her?
No.
Well, then what were you thinking? You could be a hero? You can't save one thing to make up for another, Dexter. It's just not the way the world works. Wow. I look at these, and I can't help but think that you have a kind of greatness in you. Then I look at you, and you're no different than the idiots that show up at my seminars. Totally lost. I'm gonna put you out of your misery.
You fucking go!
You should be the one to do it.
Is that okay with you?
He's yours.
Please. You're acting like there's some polite way to do this, like there's some etiquette. Killing is killing, Dexter. Let's at least be honest about that.
Are you being honest? Eugene?
You think that's an insult? It's a compliment. It's a reminder of how far I've come.
And how far is that? You're right back where you started, only this time you're strapped to a table.
Transformed.
You will be soon.
Not just me. You. Lumen.
You don't get to use my name.
Really? We're not on a first-name basis, the three of us. Then who is? Look at you. You're transformed, so you're beautiful. And you know what? If you hadn't met me, you would never have known you had it in you.
I wouldn't have had it in you.
Now you do!
Shut up!
It's truly amazing. You should thank me.
That's not what's gonna happen.
I watched you so carefully the last time you were here. You used to just cower and cry.
That's not just for me. That's for everyone that you hurt. Even Emily. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I'm sorry. I know that's not how you're supposed to do it.
Well, he was right about that part. There is no polite way.
Visions.
In the midst of the street was the tree of life, which bears 12 manner of fruit, and yielded her fruit every month.
Do you want something?
I'd like some oranges, please.
Ah, naranjas.
So, what do we got?
About 3 pounds of meat.
Anybody?
Not yet. An early morning customer called it in.
Ah, intestines.
We've covered that, Sherlock.
They're human.
These tissue tears indicate they were removed in a very crude manner.
Yeah, but where's the body? Where was the Vic disemboweled?
This spatter suggests the initial blow was to the head from behind, probably in the process of unloading.
The victim went down, and he was dragged down to here. Watch the blood. This spray comes from a stab wound. That's likely what killed him. And this pool of blood in the dirt suggests he was disemboweled here.
No signs of a struggle, judging from the undisturbed blood pool.
Yeah, he was either dead or unconscious when his intestines were removed.
No usable footprints for the blood.
What do you think we're up against? I mean, leaving the intestines on the scale wasn't done by accident.
Well, body part removal could be drug-related, could be Santeria, voodoo. Could you guys set up a larger perimeter, search the area? The body might have been dumped nearby.
I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a serpent rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads.
And upon his heads the name of blasphemy. So it's begun?
Yes. It's begun.
Don't hurt me.
You have to make a choice, Nathan. Are you going to be saved? It's up to you.
Yes, please. Dear God, cleanse me of all my sins. Forgive me for all the evil that I've done. Forgive me, please. Forgive me. Forgive me.
He's ready.
Most of you have already met Detective Mike Anderson. He's working on a theory that our killer is reenacting scenes from the Book of Revelation.
There's a lot of brutal imagery here. And our killer had a lot to choose from.
I just got the Aimee report from the Four Horsemen, Vic. Guess what it says?
Must be pretty important for you to bust in here like this.
He's a little bit of a drama queen.
There were traces of oxidized iron in the kill wound. Rust. I mean, nobody's used iron to make weapons since the Middle Ages, which means our killer could have used a ancient artifact.
What kind of artifact?
Not sure yet. But the dimensions of the wound suggest a sword, but there are hundreds of varieties of swords.
Great, stay on that. Mike, you were saying?
So far, our killer has given us 3 tableaus. The intestines on the scale, the snake's victim, and the 4 horsemen.
I'm sorry, tableaus?
It's a theatrical term referring to a picturesque grouping of people or objects.
All this time, I just thought they were called crime scenes.
No, it's more than just a crime scene. Everything he's showing us has meaning, from the positioning of the bodies to the clothes he puts on his victims. Nothing's by accident.
Exactly.
He's communicating with us. Mike's just helping with the translation.
The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are described in Revelation 6, verses 1 through 8. As for the 7 snakes murder, Revelation 13. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a serpent rise out of the sea, having 7 heads.
And what about the intestines?
Yeah, there's no passage on intestines, but the scales of justice are all over the Bible. I figure he's referencing God's judgment of mankind.
What about the numbers we found on the body, 1237 and 1242?
Don't know. But I can get in touch with a Revelation expert who might be able to tell us more.
They happened 5 days apart. The 2 murders, they happened 5 days apart. The difference between 1237 and 1242 is 5. I don't know why I didn't see it before.
So the numbers are days. He's counting up to something.
To what?
Don't know. But if all this Revelation stuff has to do with Doomsday, maybe it's to the end of the world.
Okay, so we're looking for a religious nutbag. Quinn, Batista, round up any end times fanatics that might have criminal records. Let's find this Doomsday Killer.
He knew this was gonna happen.
No. Please, let her go. I like her.
You should have thought about that before you defiled her. This is the best thing for her. She's part of God's plan now.
Could be another trap.
Oh, God, we have to help her.
Her jugular's punctured. She's already gone.
Oh, shit.
Kill number 3. It's official. He's a serial killer.
Wait, everybody. Listen. What the hell is that? It's coming from over here.
Locusts. I'm not looking at Deborah's middle-aged professor. Is this Doomsday number 2? But that's not the look of a murderer. That's the look of a man with true faith. I've seen it before on Brother Sam. Whatever this guy believes, he knows it to be true.
Drive out of the parking structure, turn right on Flagler, and then drive on past the Miami River. Nod if you understand.
You can take the car. It's yours. My wallet, whatever you want.
I want none of those things, Travis.
What do you want?
I want your life. Just like the ones you took. Doomsday Killer.
God.
Yeah, let's start with him. I suppose it was God who told you to kill all those innocent people.
God doesn't talk to me.
Then how do you know?
He talks to Professor Geller.
And how do you know he talks to God?
Because I've seen it. God speaks to the professor. He speaks through the professor.
Keep going.
Before I met him, I was lost. But then the professor, he showed me the truth. He showed me the way. He is a prophet filled with truth and light.
Bullshit! You kill those people because you like it. Answer me!
I couldn't do it! I'm a failure. I'm failing God. Do you have any idea what that feels like? Yes, I wanted to kill those people, but I couldn't.
You're saying Geller does the killing?
He's so much stronger than me. With him, there's no fear. There's no regret, but with me, it's pathetic.
Geller is pulling you toward the darkness, Travis, not the light.
No, you don't know.
Well, trust me, I know more about darkness than most. And Geller is pure darkness. You need to find someone else to follow.
Pull over. Now get out of the car.
What?
Get out and start walking away. You'll find your car back at the museum. One way or another, Travis will lead me to the one who really deserves my table.
Where are you?
Mom, I'm on my way home.
What's going on?
I don't feel good. I've got I just feel sick. I should get some sleep.
Travis, what are you not telling me?
Nothing. I feel sick. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, you remember the story about Jonah and the great fish? Jonah tried to run from God. He didn't get too far. I hope you're not trying to run from God, too. Think about it.
I'm sorry, but the professor said no painkillers.
Please, just let me go.
I can't do that.
I have a son. A little boy. He needs his mother. Please. I can tell you're a good person. Please, help me.
Get out.
Where are you taking me? No, please.
You're free. I'm done.
Done.
With you, with everything.
God is the one with choice, Travis. He chose you and me. We, however, have no say.
What about free will?
Oh, please. Let me inside.
No. You see? Free will.
God's will doesn't stop just because you want to play house with your sister. Until this little detour of yours is over, I will carry on his work. For the both of us.
You did the right thing.
I know who you are. I remember your voice.
I'm not here to hurt you.
You were in my car, you tried to kill me.
But I let you go. Just like you let Holly Benson go. I want to know why.
I didn't want to see her suffer.
You've seen people suffer before.
What you said to me made me think.
Think what?
That I don't have to do what he says. I told him I'm done. I'm not working with him anymore.
How did Geller take it?
Not very well. He's angry. He won't leave me alone.
Why not just tell the police?
I helped him do horrible things. They'd arrest me. I am a good person. I thought we were doing the right thing. I made a mistake. Getting involved with all of this.
I can help you, Travis. I can get him out of your life for good. The police will never know about you. You just have to help me find him.
Just because I'm not working with him does not mean that I will work with you.
All you have to do is tell me where he is. I'll take care of the rest.
You don't know who you are dealing with. Do you have any idea how dangerous he is? He is crazy. I know that now. He will finish his mission, and he will kill anyone who tries to stop him.
And then what? Assuming the world doesn't end.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Both of you need to just leave me alone.
Travis is the only Doomsday Killer. And I've made a terrible mistake. Same kill wound as the other victims, which means...
Travis, you killed Geller.
Professor Killer. It is not true. I did not kill you. No! No!
You did, Travis. It's time you face the truth about yourself.
You think Geller is still alive? Talking to someone who isn't there. Huh?
I remember I came to your office. I brought you the John the Revelator sword.
Yeah, you'd stolen it. University blamed me, and they fired me.
I told you we needed it. Because we are the two witnesses from Revelation 11.
And I told you you were delusional and needed help.
I convinced you. I made you see. That we are the chosen ones. I proved it to you that you couldn't be hurt.
You stabbed me with the sword 3 years ago.
And it couldn't pierce your flesh. No. I didn't do that.
You killed me, Travis. Then you stuck me in the freezer.
That didn't happen. It was him. The false prophet, he killed you. He's trying to stop what God has commanded us to do. And I will carry on without you. I will finish what we started. You were wrong, old man. I am in control now. I will make new disciples that will help me. I don't need you anymore. Travis!
That's Holly Benson. That's the girl DDK kidnapped and let go.
Multiple stab wounds. Looks like they weren't done with her.
There's more inside. Well, this is where they were handling the stuff. From the looks of it, they knew what they were doing.
Wormwood, the next tableau, is supposed to represent a meteor falling to Earth.
And poisoning mankind.
Could this be Wormwood right here?
I doubt it. These people weren't killed by gas. This looks like where Wormwood is being prepared.
So what's DDK planning to do? Release poison gas on people? We can't just sit on this. We have to alert Homeland Security.
I have no idea where Travis is hiding or what he's up to. The Lake of Fire is his next tableau, but mine doesn't require a name, just the right message. And the best way to get Travis to pay attention to that message is if it comes from me. Sorry about this.
hand is bad. I've had my tongue in places that smell better.
It was on ice for 3 years along with the rest of Geller. Decomposition will accelerate faster the longer it's in the sun.
Looks like the cut was made just above the palmar carpal ligament.
666, the sign of the beast. What's up with that?
Travis will know.
What do we know?
Street cleaner called it in.
I checked security footage. If Travis and Geller did this, they were out of view.
Well, Travis worked in the museum, so he would know every inch of the square.
Hey, guys.
What is it?
All right, cue the music. Hold the applause.
Shoot him.
The hand belongs to Geller.
What?
It's a positive match.
Why the fuck would Geller cut off his own hand?
Well, the cut looks to have been made post-mortem. Geller's most likely dead.
So student offs professor? Why?
Good way to get rid of an accomplice. I mean, look at Steve Dorsey.
Travis is a psycho. He may not even be sticking to the Nesseret game plan. If this is supposed to be the lake of fire, I don't get it.
Let's have Uni sweep the area. Maybe we can turn up Geller's body. Might lead us to Travis.
Not likely. I left Geller in pieces in the swamp. Right on time. My tableau should send Travis right to me. Now he just needs to know where to go.
They have any leads at all? And now we go to Museum Square for this breaking news.
Authorities are still baffled by what appears to be yet another bizarre end-of-days tableau plaguing the city of Miami. We warn you, these images are very graphic. Investigators made a gruesome discovery early this morning in Museum Square. Blood covered the angel statue in the square's fountain and also contaminated the fountain's water. A human hand was found nailed to the angel's chest. On the forehead, the numbers 666 were also written in blood. Channel 9 has learned that the hand depicted in these startling images may in fact belong to one of the suspected Doomsday Killers, Professor James Geller.
No. No! No!
Mark this day, witness. The end is not upon the world, it's upon you. You know who I am. You know what I am. The beast is coming for you.
Slice of life.
Inject yourself.
I will, but not until you let him go.
It's okay, buddy.
The eclipse is here, Travis.
Hello, Jesus. Hello, Travis.
What is going on?
This is the way the world ends. Your world, anyway.
No! 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 I'm supposed to finish enacting the 7 keys.
Sorry.
But I was chosen! I was chosen to bring about the new world!
Chosen to kill innocent people?
No one is innocent.
My son is. You tried to kill him.
God allowed his son to die!
How could you believe in that?
Because I walk the path of the righteous.
I've known people who believed in God. They would never use their faith as a convenient excuse to kill 10 people. You used God. It's not the other way around.
You are a shining example of how putrid man has become.
I am a father, a son, a serial killer.
You're going to burn in hell.
No, I think I belong.
Because maybe there is a place for me in this world. Just as I am. Light cannot exist without darkness. Each has its purpose. And if there's a purpose to my darkness, maybe it's to bring some balance to the world. Because let's face it, the world is going to be a better place without you.
You're mocking me.
No, I almost envy you. It must be nice to be so certain.
You're wrong about everything because you don't believe in God. But I have faith. I trust in God's plan.
Really? Then it must be God's plan that you're on my table.
You think it's God's will that I'm about to kill you? God has nothing to do with this. You are wrapped in plastic because I want to kill you.
This is not how it's supposed to be! Maybe this is exactly how it's supposed to be. Maybe everything is exactly as it should be. Oh, God.
Hey, what do we have?
Robert Bailey, 42 years old, Miami resident, killed by a single gunshot wound to the chest, right above the heart.
And judging from the stippling on the wound, looks like the muzzle of the gun was in contact with the victim's chest when fired.
Suicide?
No, the victim was killed elsewhere, dumped here. Parietal and occipital bones sliced through. Back of the cranium removed.
Okay, that's weird.
And looks like a piece of it has been scooped out, like with a melon baller.
Just got weird.
We have a gun.
So someone shoots this guy, cuts his head open and messes with his brain.
Takes the body and the weapon, brings him all the way out here. Why?
People are crazy. I think we're done here.
Okay, process the gun for DNA imprints.
With the rain.
Yeah, do it anyway. Dexter, follow up on the body.
Will do.
This is Dr. Evelyn Vogel. She and I first met when she consulted on a case.
When most of you were still in high school.
Dr. Vogel has been away from Miami for a number of years, but now she's back and has graciously offered her expertise with our recent body dump.
But we're only a day into our investigation.
Not here to step on anyone's toes, Lieutenant. It's off the books.
Evelyn is a neuropsychiatrist. She's served as a consultant on a number of high-profile cases over the years, and she has written the definitive textbook on the brains of psychopaths.
That's how I know you. Your work on profiling is classic.
Thank you. I wouldn't normally insert myself into an investigation.
She said insert herself.
But when I read about the body in the paper, there was one aspect of this murder that I found particularly intriguing.
Vince, bring up that X-ray the Aimee sent over.
You see this part here? That's the anterior insular cortex, the portion of the brain that processes empathy. And the hallmark of a psychopath is...
They have no empathy.
They have no empathy. Now, it's possible this is mere coincidence, but if someone goes to the trouble of carefully extracting a core from the brain, then I think that person will give a little thought to what part of the brain he's taking.
So why do you think he did this?
It's too early to say, but maybe he was wanting to perform some kind of experiment, or maybe this was simply a message. He wouldn't be the first killer to attempt to communicate through a victim. Who was the victim?
Robert Bailey, mechanic. According to his wife, he'd been missing for nearly a week.
Was the brain drilled into while the victim was still alive?
Dexter?
The Aimee indicated it was done post-mortem.
The preliminary autopsy also showed bruising on the knuckles and knees, which could indicate the victim was held captive in an enclosed space.
There were no contents in the victim's stomach, signs of dehydration.
The victim was missing for 5 days. That suggests a pretty elaborate pre-kill ritual for a serial killer.
Well, it's just one body. How do you know it's a serial killer?
Oh, I doubt whether this is his first kill. Those are usually more spontaneous. This was planned ahead of time. A lot of thought went into it. I'm thinking we're looking for someone at least in their 30s, intelligent, organized, takes great pride in his work. I think he'd enjoy the fact that we're talking about him right now.
You think there will be more?
I'd be surprised if they're not. Any suspects?
No prints on the gun. It sat in the rain all night.
Same story with the body. We're still combing for DNA.
Okay, let's widen our interviews with friends and co-workers of the victim. We need to find where he intersected with the killer. Masuka, when ballistics comes in...
On your desk.
Dexter, stay on the DNA. Thank you. Thank you.
I hear the FBI calls her the psychopath, the whisperer. How lucky are we she's on this case?
Yeah. How lucky. Another morning, another body. Miami makes more corpses than sunburns. And I'm thankful. A crime scene might be the only place left where I can still control the chaos.
Fuck me.
Does this guy think he's a fucking brain surgeon?
The brain surgeon?
Anterior insular cortex is missing just like the last one.
So we have a serial.
Vogel was right. Judging from the lack of blood around the head, I'd say this one was done post-mortem, too. No entry wounds.
Petechial hemorrhaging around the eyes, bruising around the throat, asphyxiation.
So the last time, the killer left a murder weapon somewhere near the body.
Maybe he did it again.
So what are we looking for?
Ropes, nylons, giant pillow.
Hey, everyone spread out.
A plastic bag. Not the worst way to asphyxiate someone.
Blood?
I think I've got a murder weapon.
Let's hope he left a print. Dex, this is our guy, Sussman.
The brain surgeon.
Not exactly. Did the real brain surgeon restage the crime scene, obscuring any evidence that Sussman's body was ever hanging from a hook in the back of his skull? Give me a hand. His front teeth are broken. Looks like Sussman put this shotgun in his mouth and blam. Blew his head off. Or someone put the gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger post-mortem. GSR on Sussman's hands.
Maybe this asshole finally found his conscience. Couldn't live with what he did. No note, though.
Suicide makes our lives so much easier.
You should put that on a t-shirt.
Whoever's after Vogel wants the cops off the case.
There she is! Hi! Yay! Aw.
Happy birthday.
Aw, thanks, Dex. Thank you. Can I go play?
Yeah, sure. Have fun. Stay close, Harrison.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a date or just a friend. I mean, what I do know is that she's very attractive and men like her, so if you want a chance, you better move fast.
Right. grab a beer. Hey.
Dexter, hi. How are you?
Great. You?
Great. Nice party, huh?
Yeah. The beach.
Harrison looks like he's having a really nice time.
Yep.
Dexter, this is Oliver. Oliver Dexter.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I didn't know if you wanted the Belgian brown or the oatmeal stout or the German Pilsner, so I just got you the one with the moose on it.
Can't go wrong with a moose.
I'm gonna go check on Harrison.
Okay, take care.
Cassie.
Dexter? What happened?
I don't know, I just got here.
Cassie and I, we were supposed to have a date tonight.
I'm sorry.
I know you were friends. You okay to work this?
Yeah.
Manner of death?
Swan? Killer didn't plan this, it was impulsive.
I mean, she was killed pretty deep in her apartment. Like she let the killer in herself.
So she knew him.
That guy she was dating.
You said you were coming here to pick Cassie up for a date?
Yes, I was late.
Where were you coming from?
I had a building inspection. I'm a structural engineer.
Okay, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was the repairman or the delivery guy.
That's a break? Could that be the killer's blood?
Here's hoping. A familial match. To Dr. Evelyn Vogel.
What?
The hairs we found in Zach's studio. I ran a mitochondrial DNA match on them. It tests the person's mother line.
Yeah, I'm aware of those tests.
Well, it's a direct match to you. Zach's killer is related to you. The brain surgeon is related to you.
Well, how is that possible? I have no family. Well, not anymore.
Anymore?
Well, I was married and I had 2 sons. Daniel and Richard.
And now?
They're gone.
What happened to them?
One day I found Richard, he was my youngest, at the bottom of our swimming pool, dead. At first I thought it was an accident. He wasn't a strong swimmer. But then I realized the truth. My older son, Daniel,
he killed Richard.
Yes. This is Daniel. My husband and I covered up his involvement in Richard's death, said it was an accident, and then we put Daniel into a mental health institute. He was only 14.
Here in Miami?
No. I sent him back to England. 3 years later, he was dead.
You said yourself he's highly intelligent. Could have faked his death.
But after all these years, why would he do these terrible things now?
The brain cores. Do they mean anything to you?
Well, even as a child, Daniel was aware that he lacked empathy and how I felt about it. It's possible he boxed some up and left it at my door.
Daniel Vogel would be in his mid-40s. Anybody, nobody, That guy Cassie was dating. He was interviewed that night. Oliver Saxon. Is it possible this is Vogel's son? Daniel Vogel is Oliver Saxon.
You created half a dozen fake IDs. He could have done the same.
Daniel.
He's going by the name Oliver Saxon. He was dating my neighbor until he killed her in her apartment 2 doors down from mine.
Do you have any idea where he is?
No, he cleared out of his place. He could be anywhere right now.
Suppose you do find him, Dexter. What are you going to do?
What do you think?
I don't know how I feel about that.
He's murdered 4 innocent people and he killed Zach Hamilton.
He's my son.
There's nothing you can do for him.
I can try putting him back into a safe facility where he can't hurt himself or anyone else. I'm not going to let you kill him, Dexter. I'm sorry.
You brought me into this.
Because I didn't know who he was then. Try and understand my youngest son is gone forever. Maybe I have a second chance with Daniel.
You really believe that?
You have a son. Wouldn't you believe it?
Vogel told me where she keeps a spare key in case of an emergency.
I think protecting her from her deranged son qualifies.
Saxon installed spyware on her computer. Thing is, they can go both ways.
So if Saxon can see Vogel's computer,
then I can see Saxon's.
So what are you looking for?
Something. Anything that can give me an edge. What's this?
That's the video he sent to Vogel.
And this one's from last week. Zach.
No, what are you doing? No!
Dexter, if something happens to Evelyn, it will haunt you forever. You can't just run off to Argentina and escape who you are.
I'm not trying to escape anything. Evelyn.
Dexter, I was hoping we could talk.
Okay.
I've been rethinking what I said earlier, and I fear I was being too judgmental. I think it's possible that you and Hannah could have a relationship.
Really?
And I think moving far away, beginning anew, might be the best thing for you.
Moving far away? Is that the important part?
You mentioned Argentina? That could be a good place.
Why do you want me to leave?
Dexter, I think there's hope for Daniel. I don't think he likes killing. I could help him, but I'm not going to get that chance if you kill him. So, just leave, please. Leave Miami.
You don't think he likes killing?
He says he wants my help.
Let me show you how much he doesn't like killing. That's Zach's head he's sawing into. There's no hope for him, Evelyn. This is the same person who killed your younger son. He will never change. I'm sorry.
So what now?
You know what needs to happen. Otherwise, he'll go on killing. Where is he now?
You said he would call me tonight.
Set up a meeting with him tonight. He's still here.
Hello, Dexter.
What do you want? Where are you?
Don't move. I want to show you something.
Don't touch her.
Mother chose the wrong son. Again.
Evelyn? No, 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 no. No.
I have a proposal.
I'm listening.
We walk away.
Walk away.
Both of us. From each other. Go our separate paths, live our separate lives. I forget about you. You forget about me.
You went out of your way to kill your mother in front of me, and you just expect me to forget?
May have been a little bit over the top, but I was only trying to make a point.
I missed the point.
It's a test to see if, given the chance, she would finally choose me. Well, we both know how that turned out.
Yeah, so naturally you had to cut her throat.
You know what it's like. The kill. It can be cathartic. And it was. That's why I'm giving you a choice. Go on with your life, or come after me. But choose poorly, like Mom, and you will lose.
You seem pretty sure of yourself.
You have a lot more to lose than I do. You've created the perfect cover life. Cute little son, your sister, stepkids even. And now you have a girlfriend, it's, Hannah, right?
They're not a cover. They're real to me. Something Saxon can't understand.
All very lovely. And all very easy to remove from your life. I mean, you've already had one wife murdered. That must be an interesting story. But it's gonna put you in a very awkward position if everyone else starts disappearing from your life. The choice is yours.
Yeah, I think I can live with that.
Breathe, motherfucker.
I'll take it from here. This is usually my favorite moment. The kill. The moment before the kill itself, the moment right after. But no, I don't even want to be here. I'm feeling a much stronger pull. I don't need to kill you.
Then don't walk guess I'll live to see another day.
Oh, no, you're still gonna die. Just gonna be in the electric chair.
What the fuck is going on here? Help me, please! I was abducted by the man who was just here. Did you see him?
No, I didn't see anybody.
Get me out of here, please, before he comes back. No. I thought I was gonna die. Thank God you came here. Don't move.
Drop it.
Drop it.
We got this, Dexter.
Hi, I'm here to do a GSR test on Oliver Saxon.
Sign in, please. Would you like an officer with you?
No, I'm good.
Hit this button if you need us.
Got it. I wish I could blame you for everything. For what you did to my sister. But I know it's all my fault.
Should have walked away.
No, what you've actually done is open my eyes. Forced me to look at myself.
What do you see?
A trail of blood and body parts.
What a pretty picture.
In one sharp moment, you took away this foolish dream that I could have a happy life.
Is that why you're here? Tell me all this.
No, I'm here to kill you with that pen. He tried to kill me